In this work ergonomics video, I'm going to give you 4 exercises you can do as a morning routine before you get to work, so that your body's nice, everything's warmed up before work, so you are less at risk of hurting yourself at work. The first exercise is called Good Mornings. So what I want you to do is you're going to find a wall, you're going to put your bum onto the wall. I want you to have soft knees, so let them be slightly bent. Don't have stiff, straight legs. You're going to keep your chest lifted, and I want you to just hinge from your hips. So you're going to slide your bum up the wall, but keep your chest lifted. So I don't want you dropping forward and rounding. Keep your chest lifted, knees slightly bent. You're going to lower yourself till you feel a stretch in your hamstrings, and then you're going to come back up again. And you're going to slide down. So basically taking your belly button towards your quads over here, and slide back up, and slide down. And the wall really just helps you keep that contact point. So if you don't have a wall, you don't need to actually have one. I'll show you without the wall, but just watch your technique. So from here, soft knees, you're going to hinge from your hips, keep your chest lifted, and push your hips backwards. So you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. You can see my back is nice and straight. Hold it for a second and stand back up and hinge forward and stand back up. And those are your good mornings. I want you to do 10 of them. Our second exercise is going to warm up your shoulder joints, your upper back. It's called protraction, retraction. So we're getting the shoulder joints to move forwards and backwards, the shoulder blades. So what you need to do is put your hands on the wall. Make sure your hands aren't too high up the wall or too low down on the wall. Also make sure that your feet aren't together, have a nice hip distance apart, same as your hands, shoulder distance apart. And then you also don't want to be too far away from the wall. So I want you to walk up as if you were just standing upright. Then your hands are on the wall. Then from here, what I want you to do is protract, pushing your shoulder blades away from you, but make sure you push from under your lats here. So I don't want to see your shoulders coming up and over by your ears. So I want you pushing out from your ribs, push your shoulder away, feel a nice stretch by your lat muscles. Hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then move your shoulders together. Also, making sure your shoulder joints don't come up by your ears. So keep them down and then push away again. Keep looking ahead of you at the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze them together. So you're just moving your shoulder blades. Move them away into protraction and move them together. If you want to make it a little bit harder, then you can go back and then stay on your toes. So you've got a lot more weight on your hands now, and then you can push away. So you're getting a little bit more leverage, and then squeeze together. I can get a tiny bend in my elbows now, but I'm not dropping my hips forward, so my back remains nice and level. Stretch, push away, and move shoulder blades back. So emphasis is on moving your shoulder blades. So we're getting those muscles. Once we're moving the shoulder blades, your shoulders are going to get a lot more warmer. There's a lot of muscles attaching onto the shoulder blades. So everything's going to be fired up and ready for the day. So you're not going to pull anything in your shoulder or your lats at work. Our third exercise as our morning warm-up is going to be squat walks with the band. So you guys remember getting these bands. You're going to put your band on around either your ankles, which makes it harder. So Mr. Blood Buddy's got it around his ankles, and I've got it around the top of my legs because this band's a bit harder. So what I want you to do is make sure your feet face forward, and then you can almost turn your big toe slightly in. So by turning it in, you're going to get the glutes working. So I don't want to see your foot turned outwards like that. So either feet are straight or slightly turned in, and then you're going to get into a squat position. So what I want you to do is pretend you're sitting on a chair, a nice high chair, and then you're going to take a step to the side. So this is when your feet want to go wrong. So make sure they don't go wrong. Keep your feet straight, and you're going to take those steps to the side. So you'll do 10 steps to the one side and then 10 steps to the other side. Once you've done 10 steps there and back, then I want you to push your knees open into the band, and you're going to do just mini squats. So practice pushing your hips backwards and keeping your knees open, because what that's going to do is going to help you remember how to do it at work when you're picking up the boxes. So knees are open, chest is up, and you're sitting backwards, hips moving backwards as you go. So you'll do 10 little squats like that. Then we'll go again. So we'll do another, so this time you can even do it straight leg. 10 walks, keeping your feet nice and straight. Once you've done your 10 walks, then go back and do another set of squats. So make sure your knees aren't collapsing inwards, push them open and sit in the chair. Keep your chest up. So I don't want to see that happening. Okay, chest up, knees open, sit into the chair and come up. So I don't want to see knees going forward. And you're going to do 3 sets of that. You should be nice and on fire and your glutes working nicely. All your muscles around your lower body working nicely and ready for work. Right, now, 4th exercise we're going to do before work. You're either going to get somebody to help you by holding your band, or you're going to tie your band onto a door frame or a pole. And then what I want you to do is we're going to get our shoulder working in this position here. So at a nice 90-degree angle, and I'm going to maintain this 90-degree angle, and I'm going to walk backwards. So Mr. Blood Buddy is going to hold on to that for me. I'm going to walk backwards. So I'm loading into my shoulder. I hold it, 1, 2, 3, and I walk forwards again. Make sure that I'm not lifting my shoulder to my ear. So keep your shoulder blade pulling down and try and use these lat muscles to engage pulling down there. So I walk backwards and I feel it loading here and I walk forwards. Make sure you don't get any neck pain when you do this, otherwise also avoid this exercise. Show you one more time. So I'm holding on, my shoulders down, and I walk backwards. I hold it there and I walk forwards. And I can really feel a good burn and workout in my shoulder here. So I'm nice and warm and ready to go to work.